We go. I'm singing for you, Steven.
No, you're not. We'd have copyright issues if you did, and
No
I know
way.
you're not going to.
We did enough singing yesterday. I didn't do any live streaming of it for probably the reasons you're talking, but we have a beautiful St. Clair River here, and we have a local boat called the Duke d'Orleans, and it holds about 180 people. And there's lots of bands and lunch cruises, and I have a karaoke cruise every year.
Ah, right, okay.
This is my 30th year, my 27th year having a karaoke cruise, but I was celebrating 30 years of entertainment here in Sarnia, so we had quite a party. So there was lots of singing yesterday. So
right, okay. So you've got the singing out of your system. You're okay now.
If I ever come to your way, we're going to a karaoke bar. You're going to listen to this.
Right. Now, I know I by accident I discovered you've actually got a beach in Sarnia, haven't you?
Oh, beaches.
Beaches.
Oh yeah, we've got a beautiful city. We've got several beaches. We're actually our Canatera Park Beach is rated among the top 5 in all of Canada.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, cheers.
I live 100 miles from the sea, so I am just I'm not jealous, but it would be nice to be closer.
Yeah. No, it's well, you can get Sarnia is like you can get anywhere. It's literally designed as square. You go this way, north, south, east, and west, and you can get anywhere in about 15 minutes, and that's hitting every red light at the busiest time of day.
Yeah.
And Canatera Park Beach is like 3 minutes that way.
Okay.
And about a minute this way is the water that goes. So we have Lake Huron, and then we have the St. Clair River that goes all the way through. It's just we're surrounded by water here. It's just a beautiful city. Lots of beaches. It's fantastic.
Brilliant. We were surrounded by water at the weekend as well, but it was coming from the sky.
Oh yeah.
It was a bit wet this weekend. Yeah. Now we're getting the sun back. Yeah.
Well, let's say hello to everybody who's watching for joining us here. We're doing a show.
True. We're just chatting.
Broadcasting to your community. Welcome everybody, and wherever you're watching from, above. Those aren't my horns. That's above.
Yeah.
Is the link to click on to watch us directly, and share your comments down below. And if you want to join us as a guest today, we'd love to have you on. Whatever you want to talk about. Well, mostly whatever you want to talk about. Just type guest in the comments below. You'll receive a link from us, and we'd be happy to have you join us either from your PC or your smart device.
Indeed, totally.
Brigitti's out there, I believe. Hello, Brigitti. Thanks for watching. I saw something in the Bee Livers group, Stephen, and then I saw from you, and then I saw RJ did a bit of she did one of her Loom videos, and it's in regarding playlists. And I have to be honest, that's something I've never really taken advantage of on Facebook before. Are you using playlists?
Yes, certainly on Be Live in 5, there's a playlist of the videos that I'm in. There's a playlist of the videos Brigitti's in, and there's a playlist of the videos that RJ is in. So that you can actually just flick through, and you can actually see the shows that we've been on for the last year. In actual fact, you've got to clean out every so often. Maximum number of shows you can have is 200, but I mean that's going some really. Not for you and I.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Stephen went poof. Oh, hang on, Stephen. Don't know what happened there.
Well,
Sorry, you were gone there for a minute. You disappeared, and it put you back in the lobby.
you disappeared too.
Oh
We
wow!
both disappeared. I think we had a silent refresh where nobody did anything, and we were.
Maybe they didn't like what we were talking about.
Well, we haven't got onto that yet. Give it time.
So yeah, playlist, good way to organize things.
It's a great way to organize things because you can do it by person, you can do it by topic, you can do it any which way you want. You could have, these are my shows in August, these are my shows in July, whichever way you want to organize it, but it is a way of organizing. And the key is that, unbeknownst to most of us, not visible is the ability to actually get a playlist link. Now, if you've got a link to a playlist, then it means you're not showing individual videos. You can share whatever's on the playlist, and you can take that and you can post it on your personal page. You can post it in a group. If you've got, say, a series, suppose you've got a series on bots, you can then put that series in a playlist and then copy that playlist into, or share that playlist wherever you want. Makes it a lot easier for people to actually surf on topics they're interested in, rather than having to go through the 200 videos, as I said earlier. And RJ did the video about how to get the URL, because Facebook explained it, but it's not in English. Whereas the short video that RJ did, it shows you how to get it. And it's a pain in the, because you've got to set up the playlist. I'll just explain it to you.
Sure.
Right. This is the ABC. Create a playlist. That's step one. All good. You've got a playlist. Now click the playlist. And when you click the playlist, in the URL bar, you get a unique number for that playlist. But it's not at the end. It's in the middle.
Yeah.
So you've got to copy that unique playlist link and then just put it into a notepad. Yeah. Then you take the link that RJ gives in her video and you put that into the notepad too. And then you replace the number that RJ gave you with the number that you just got. And then you've got your link for your playlist. Simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually,
you know what it really is, even if you're not that tech savvy, RJ's got a video in the BeLivers group, so I would recommend everybody go look for that, and just, you can, in the search, just type in a playlist, so it'll come up. And I just did it actually before the show, because I was guilty. I didn't have any playlists set up on my show page, because I was, well, Facebook playlists have not always been the most friendly thing, let's be honest.
Agreed.
And so, but now, you know, somebody explains it like RJ did there, and it's very, very simple. And I did it. It's a copy and paste thing.
Yeah.
But it works great. So I started, you know, the show live, and then I've started with our broadcasting to your community. And I'm not going to do all of those in the playlist. I just kind of went back about, you know, like the last 15. And now I'll get in the habit of adding those in.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize, you could do them by topic. So is that, doing them by topic, is that the title of your playlist then?
Yeah, that's the title of your playlist. So if you're doing a bots, then if I was to do that on the live video hub page, I would have messenger bots, and then have shows by RJ herself.
Oh, okay.
Shows that she's done on BeLive in 5, shows that she's done with you, shows that she's done with Erin, shows that she's done. So it brings them all together. So you're actually bringing shows from several different sources. So it's on topic as well. So
perfect. Yeah. We've got a few more people. Well, Brigetti is out there. Hello, Brigetti. Thanks for joining us. She said, yeah, I think she was referring to when we disappeared. So much fun when you go live. Haven't had a perfect one yet. And Barbara's out there. Hello, Barbara. And would love to have either one of you. Anybody, there's more people out there that are watching that aren't saying anything. We know who you are. We can see you. I'm coming to you via webcam.
This is the whole point. This is the whole point. Unless somebody actually comments or likes a post, we haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
We haven't got a clue. You're anonymous until you actually pop over and just say either hello by clicking like or leaving a comment. If you've got any questions about anything at all, then we'll try and answer them. And if we don't know the answer, we always can find somebody who does.
Yeah, and it's always nice to have some engagement out there, right? We talk about it all the time, but I know there's still some shyness maybe that goes on out there, but that's okay. If anything, maybe you'll take some laughter away from us today. What have you noticed? So the playlist is great.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about cross-posting and what we're seeing happening there?
Yes, surely. I've just done a report on cross-posting, and it's pretty fresh in my mind. At the moment, the cross-posting we know works because when you and I share between TVSN and Be Live in 5, we both reach each other's audience, and we know it works well. Yeah. And the same for when we go onto Erin's page or RJ's page, then we're reaching a new audience we wouldn't normally get. And the cost is nothing. It just takes a few seconds to actually set it up. And there are an increasing group of people who are actually sharing one-to-one. Okay, so I go live on your page, you go live on mine. Live Video Hub takes that one step further, as does TVSN, insofar as we're happy for anybody to broadcast on our page. And all you have to do is, first of all, agree to do so. And that's by confirming a cross-posting link. Then when you go live on your page, you can go live on our pages. All you have to do is edit the post, say where you want to cross-post to, and that's it. It takes about 30 seconds, and everything's done. And what happens when you're finished, you've got the original post on your page, and then you'd have a post on the Live Video Hub. If you click that, you'd have a post on Be Live in 5, if you click that, and you'd have a post on TVSN, if you click that. All 4 posts are separate, but contain the same text. And when you go live on your page, you would go live on the other 3 pages. Now, today we're probably going live on about 8 to 9 pages, David?
Yep.
And it does increase the audience, and it means that you can meet new people. And we met a lot of new people last week, because we'll talk about last week shortly. And it's just so easy to do. Right, okay. Excellent.
Yeah, I guess congratulations, Barbara, on taking the leap there, and RJ will she'll take real good care of you, and then signing up for Be Live, so we can say welcome to the Be Live family.
Indeed, and we can come and watch your show and support you in the same ways you did 5 days live last week, because that's what it's all about, helping each other. So when you get Be Live and you've had your practice and you do your first show, then you'll find most of the crew who were involved in last week's 5 days live actually coming to cheer you along, which is great.
Yeah, and reach out, Barbara. I always welcome people to get a hold of me on Facebook and send me a friend request, and happy to connect and chat. You can never have enough friends.
Oh, true,
really,
true. Yeah. And the other thing that came out of the review of the weekend was messenger bots, as Barbara and yourself have just mentioned, in that they played a great part both in the Live Video Hub and in 5 days live. In the Live Video Hub, they're used for discoverability. RJ wrote the Find a Show feature, which is available in the menu, and that allows you to find a show and find out more about the show itself, a link to the show page, a reminder button, and also from today, because we're talking about playlists, you'll like this, David. What I've done is I'm putting playlists together for everybody who's on the Live Video Hub. So also in this discoverability bot, you'll find a link to that playlist. So it's just growing and becoming more useful. So it means that you can go find a show, you find a current show, but you can also go and watch all the past shows just at one click of one button. You get all the shows on screen and you can go through them and try them. So that's at the bottom. It just says, Erin shows on Erin's link, and it says, well, whatever. Get the idea. And basically, it's tying everything together. So when we're finished on the discoverability bot, we will have a situation where the shows that are on the live video hub, you'll be able to type in find a show, you'll be able to see it by category. Once you've selected your category, business talk show, personal coach, and extraordinary. Yeah, okay. I've just been given a signal to keep on talking, so I'm going to keep rabbiting. I'm looking at an empty chair at the moment. I keep on talking though. What it means is that we're bringing everything together into the one place. So the discoverability bot means that anybody can be found. Now, what we've noticed, unfortunately, we've tried to attract people in to actually give us the details for the discoverability bot. The idea is if you broadcast on a live video hub, then you give us your bio, show bio, and you give us the links and you give us the show photograph, and we can put together, or I'll put together, a page for you. So when people type find a show, business, first person they see is Erin, and then they see Brad Friedman, and so on. So, but people are not coming forward to do that. We've got currently 70 shows a week going out on the live video hub, and they go out weekdays. So that's about.
Have I sent you that?
I'll check later. But I'm coming to my point. Eventually, I get to my point. Eventually, you know I will.
We have an hour for a reason.
Yeah, I know. Basically, we ask people to actually send that information in. Now, it's not the top of everybody's to-do list. So what we're going to start doing now is we're going to put it together. Well, I'm going to put it together. I volunteered myself to do this, and get everybody who's actually got a live show on the hub into the discoverability bot, and then ask people to check the details and make sure there's nothing missing. So that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to be proactive. Is the word of the day, word of the week.
Right.
And then the second way that bots have helped the shows is the FDL bot last week.
Yes.
On the 5 days live, where people were typing in. It was just amazing. On Tuesday when we launched the bot, watching live, and it's just FDL scrolling the whole way down the screen as people typed it in, and it went off to the bot. Joyful sight to behold. And when you typed in the FDL, you got the profiles of 8 broadcasters and links to all of us, and you also got any special offers that we've got. So bots are wonderful. So Barbara, your appointment at 1 p.m. Eastern will help you to promote your show. That we do now.
Yeah. Well, and kudos to you and RJ, because I know you've both put a lot of work into not just creating the 5 days live, but the bot and the ideas that go into that. And I'm sure there's been hundreds of conversations and then lots of trial and error to get it to the point where it's at now to make it work. And it's really so advantageous to anybody who's broadcasting with Be Live. And you know, that's to another point there. And I know we always talk about the Be Live community, and it's great. You know, when we see Barbara out there who's getting signed up, and you know, she's complimented us by saying we all inspired her, which is fantastic. I love inspiring people. But we talk about features, but these kind of things with the live and 5 days live and the conversations and the people there, those are really features of Be Live as well, and no extra charge. Truly.
Couldn't do it without Be Live, that's for sure.
Yeah,
wouldn't work at all.
They've been great partners. I know you've got great partnership happening there with them, and they're on board with the live video hub and everything that's happening there, right?
They're on board with the live video hub, but if you're using Be Live for Business to promote your business, then what you should really be doing at once, as we've done, is to get in touch with Mickey Schindler, who's the business manager over there at BeLive.tv, and he will put the resources of Be Live at your disposal to actually help you. So we'll post a link to Mickey later. I've just got a message from him at the moment, which is why I remembered him. Hopeless at names. I'm hopeless at names. Right, we've got a question.
Yes, here we are. So I have a question. Last time I caught up with you two live, we talked about quitting smoking. Can you please give me some tips to give up? I had stopped, but I'm finding it very difficult. I've been smoking up to 3 skinny rolled cigarettes per day. Well, I guess my first. Sorry, what was that?
You went cold turkey, didn't you?
I went cold turkey.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's a bunch of myths out there about quitting smoking. Disclaimer: I'm not a doctor. It's up to you what you do with what I'm going to say here. But first question, Deidre, is I'll say you're smoking 3 skinny rolled cigarettes per day. What were you doing before? Because if you're down to 3 cigarettes a day, no, you haven't quit yet, but you're getting there. Mm-hmm. I would say, you're weaning yourself. I just made a choice. I just a decision. And I know, like, if you listen to any motivational speakers, they'll say it's a choice and it's all up here and da-da-da. And they're absolutely right. Once you decide to do something, nothing else gets in your way. When I was a kid, and we probably all said, we riding a bike and felt, well, I'm trying, Dad. And he'd say, long before Yoda said it, don't try, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, but you don't understand. It's hard. But he was right. Okay. So now, so you were 35 per day. And
right.
Now you're only smoking 3.
That's nearly 2 packs.
Yeah. And you're saying that you're finding it hard. I would say if you've gone from 35 to 3, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You've obviously decreased. So here's my next question. If you've been smoking 3 a day now, how long have you been smoking 3 a day? A couple weeks, a week? Let's see what we get from that. I'm leading up to something here.
Okay.
I'm like 35 per day and then down to 3. That's amazing.
Totally.
So keep going. Yeah, go ahead, Stephen.
Totally agree. I mean, I've tried to give up smoking in the past many times, as we all have before we actually do it. And I think that I've given up smoking because I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Angelica says that I still smoke because I vape. So we've got we agree to disagree, I think, on that one.
I'm going to agree with her on that one, Stephen. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. But I feel totally different. I mean, first of all, vaping doesn't smell. It doesn't contain the same poisons as smoking a cigarette does. Probably contains other ones, but it doesn't contain the ones in cigarettes. It's still addictive. I'm not going to go against that. But the thing is that you can, if you stop cigarettes, then you can get fitter.
Right.
Yeah. So for sure. I in an ideal world, I would have done what you've done and just said, right, that's it, I'm stopping. So I give you more for that. Quite amazing. Because I've tried that in the past, and you sort of willpower disappears. I think you've got to be in a good place, haven't you?
Well, I think people say all the time, oh, well, you got to be ready, and I'm not ready. Be ready, get ready. Like, I'm not ready. When I hear people say, well, I have to be ready and I'm not ready. What I really hear in there is I'm using this as an excuse not to do what I know I should be doing. That's like the word try. Well, I tried my best. Don't try your best, do your best. I truly believe there's a language in there, right?
Okay.
And I did it before. Like I said, I tried to quit smoking before, and that was the problem. I tried. I didn't decide.
Okay.
There's a big difference in that, right? So,
yeah.
And just to go to, sorry, Stephen, hang on there. Just to go back to Deidre. Okay, about 5 days. So you've gone from 35 cigarettes a day to 3 a day, and you've been doing that for 5 days. You know what? When you get to the 7th day, keep doing the 3. When you get to the next week, drop 1 and go to 2. Drop 1 and go to 2. Do that for another week, and then the following week, do 1. And then guess what you do the week after that? None. It's great to have goals, and you got to lead up to them. I had a goal of quitting smoking. I kept trying, and then I changed my thinking, like to do. And then I don't know if did I tell the story about the note my son left?
You did.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, my son left a note that said, "Please quit smoking. I don't want you to die." Boy, there was just a wake-up call to something I already knew I shouldn't be smoking. There's not one statistic in the world that can tell me that smoking is good for you. So
there isn't.
Just have the goal, right? So Deidre, I know you can do this. I don't know you, but everybody's got it within them to do this, and you will feel so much better. And you can come back on the show and you can brag about how you quit smoking, because I want you to quit smoking.
I mean, we both know people who've given up smoking. I have a friend called Michelle Harris, and we've known each other for about 12 years. And she decided a year ago that she'd give up smoking, and she did. She went like yourself. She just went cold turkey, and she was on the show with us last week, celebrating that year of stopping smoking. And I'll go back to what I said earlier. If you got, and Michelle's Dion is saying,
yes, hello, Michelle. She's local here,
right? Deirdre is winning, and I agree with yourself and Michelle. You headed the right way. Just keep on doing it. Just keep on.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We're just helping people all over. We're inspiring people to join Be Live. We're inspiring people to quit smoking, and this is a broadcasting to your community show.
Well, it's about community. It's about community.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. It really is, because when we started the show, it was all just about live streaming, right?
Yeah.
And then now we've changed a bit. We've changed a lot into community. We talk a little bit about live streaming, but then things like that come up, and why not, right? Michelle Dion is joining us in the comments section, and Michelle lives here in Sarnia, where I'm at, and she also does a show on the Video Show Network. She's been doing it over 2 years on the Video Show Network now.
Wow.
Episode 100. Geez, it'll be almost 3. She's about episode 149 with me, and she does a show called Positive Power with Michelle Dion here on the Video Show Network. So check that out. Where is she? Thank you for your support. It's great to talk to people that have given up smoking. Don't know anyone that has done it. Well, anytime, reach out and send me a friend request. We always welcome friends. And there's gospel out there as well. Am I saying that name right?
You are, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
When we first connected, Gospel said, "Call me Gospel." So I'm happy with that. Yeah.
And that's the gospel truth right there.
I see what you did there, David. I hope Gospel is good at it.
Michelle, right. Sorry. I should I have been a comedian?
You mean should have? That was my turn.
Okay.
No, I mean, being light-hearted, humorous is all part of you. So all good.
Most of the time. Depends who you ask. Oh boy.
Dear. Right, to everybody who's watching us now, welcome to the show. This is David in Sarnia, Ontario in Canada, Stephen in Wiltshire in England. And we've been doing this show since forever, and we just enjoy doing it. So we come here and have a chat on Mondays at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, and you're all welcome to join us. You can join us on camera. If you type guest, you can come on camera and join us. We've got 2 spare seats, and you're welcome anytime to talk about anything that you want that's remotely connected with community.
I would love to see Michelle Dion join us. Michelle, I know you have a webcam and whatnot. So type guest in the comments below, and you'll get sent a link.
And
Sam Dosa is out there as well.
Hello, Sam. So it's UK 2, Canada 1, UK 3, I think. We're doing well. We're actually around the globe.
Sure.
Or you're talking to Alexa.
What time is it?
Crap, I just talked to my Alexa.
The time is 5:31 p.m.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I should actually. unplug Alexa. These things are getting more and more powerful, and I think I've got to say more and more useful too. I mean, I recently went with don't know what price is your way, but I can virtually play any song on the planet.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm working away, which is absolutely brilliant. So
now, I have 4 Alexas.
You only had 2 last time you spoke to me. What's going on?
I've had 2 more for a while now.
Okay.
Well, and what happened was I ordered a 3rd one from Amazon because they were on sale for like $30.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And I must have hit the button twice because I ordered something else as well, and I got 2 of each. And then I waited to see if anyway, I ended up keeping them. And I gave one to Jason. He helped me do some stuff. I said here, because he kept kind of hinting that he might like one. So we use them as intercoms, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can say Alexa, drop into the living room, that sort of stuff. Now, it was asked to me, a few of the personalities at the radio station were on remote a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about Alexa and is it Google Smart or Google?
Microsoft is Siri, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Apple is Siri.
Apple is Siri. There are 4 of them, aren't there? Well, 4 main ones.
Anyway, apparently Google is the smartest of them all, according to Google.
Oh yeah, well, I think they might just be ever so slightly biased on that.
Yeah. So anyway, they were making fun of me, and I couldn't say anything because they were talking about it live, but they were hinting at it. And they're like, "Yeah, some people have 4, and they just have a problem," and I couldn't go on air and say anything. And then we got off air, and they're like, "Haha," and I was like, and George said, "Well, what do you actually use them for?" Like, you go, "Okay, Alexa, what's the weather?" Okay. Alexa, what time is it?
Right. Alexa,
play me a song.
Alexa, set reminder 30 minutes.
What's the reminder for?
End of the show.
Okay, I'll remind you in 30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a whole list of things that it does, but I think a lot of people get one and they probably don't utilize it as much. Like, I have some lights in the house now. I have a fan on.
Yeah.
And I can turn my fan off because I have an adapter there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights in the house that I can turn on and off and dim to a certain level. And so there is lots of things you can do. It just depends how far you want to go. But if you're just going to play your music, like, just keep using your phone is what I would say.
I mean, we've got all the radio stations around the globe on there, so I can say, I'm not going to do it, but I could say, please play Radio 5, and that would take me straight there. And the other thing I do, one of them, I use it every week on a Sunday, because on Sunday I cook roast dinner. Yeah.
Oh.
And I surf. Right now, I can't be in the same room. So when I put the meat in the oven, I come to Alexa and I say, set a timer for an hour. Yeah. And then when the hour's up, I can go and put the roast potatoes in. Yeah. And I set a time for 20, very domesticated, you see, set a time for 20 minutes and I can put the vegetables in. So that's my regular use of it. It's on Sunday nights. Question from Gospel.
Oh, how was your karaoke? It was a lot of fun. We had about 130 people on the boat, and I took some pictures, but I didn't share any live video because I'm not sure. I've done it where I've gone live with karaoke, and Facebook has no problem with it. Okay. And then where I've gone live with karaoke, and they've had a problem with it. So
yeah,
I just chose to not do it and take the chance.
Well, it's too much for a risk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just. I don't like Facebook jail.
No. I mean, playing copyrighted music, I know there are people who do it and seem to get away with it, but the odds are that because we do everything else according to what Facebook likes, because we appreciate the benefits of being on Facebook, if you and I did it wrong once, then we'd get caught. So it's not worth it.
Well, Jennifer and I had this discussion a little while back. There's somebody else we know that was doing, I don't know, they were doing some little thing, going, look at me do this and that, and this is how you make this and that, and they got their music going in the background the whole time, and no problem. And Jennifer's like, that's not fair. Why do you get to go to jail? And I said, well, probably because I'm so active that Facebook notices me more. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's
no real logic to it.
Yeah, and the point is just follow the rules. It'll change eventually. I know, like, Facebook's already started building their music library, and you know, like, they're aware of this copyright issue thing. I've read and heard rumors of you know, paying a license fee.
Well, that'd be fair.
You know, and
that'd be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, in the UK, we've got Performing Rights Society, and you can get a license for an event, or you can get a license for a particular location, and you can play music.
Yeah.
And you pay an annual license, and that's then split between the artists, which is
we have
fair.
SOCAN, same thing.
Yeah, and there's the same thing in America as well. Similar.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, the options are there, and I'm sure, you know, Facebook, they're pretty smart people. They'll probably figure it out eventually on how they're, because I know I'd read about it, and I think I heard Robert and a few others mention that Facebook had negotiated something with Sony Publishing.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And now talking with Time Warner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, stuff's
happening. And you just mentioned Robert C. Stern there. Robert, if you do catch this video, it'd be good to know how you're getting on, because we've not seen you around for a few weeks. So if anybody knows Robert and knows what's happening, if you could get in touch with him and tell him that David and Stephen would love to hear from him, and if you can make it onto one of the shows this week, that would be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I was thinking of that earlier, that I hadn't seen or heard from. So I hope everything's okay in that part of the world. But anyway, I like my Alexas, and I'm not going to get rid of them. She's very, very good to me.
See, that's another reason why wearing earphones is a good idea, because there are two of us. There could be feedback. But if I've been playing what you were saying through my speakers, then every time you mentioned Alexa, my speakers would have heard it. Yeah.
Well, mine did. Alexa's sitting right here in front of me, so I had to lean over and mute her. So
good move.
Because I kept saying, Alexa. She can't hear me now. That's it. No, never mind.
Right, I understand.
To be able to mute some people.
Oh, well, you can mute people on Facebook. You can actually now. I mean, things are improving. You can say, right, okay, I don't want to see this person's post for the next 30 days. You can snooze people.
Yes, right.
You don't have to block them. You can snooze them, and they disappear out of your feed, and well, they might never come back. So that's a feature that I like, because it's blocking is such a It has connotations, doesn't it? And to block somebody, they've really got to have wound you up badly, or be winding up your community badly. I've
blocked a bunch, but not before having a private conversation, saying, "Listen, I don't want this, or I don't like that, or whatever." And if you just keep doing it, or I mean, I've had, So I had one recently. Here's a tricky part of blocking. How do you block somebody from your page? That's not as easy as blocking somebody from your timeline. It can be done.
All right. So blocking from your timeline, you just press one button. They say, "Are you sure?" And you say yes. So how does it go when blocking somebody from your page? Because you're actually blocking somebody from viewing your show then.
Yeah, that's right. Important. And it's there's a few more. I can't explain it right now, but there's a few more steps involved. You have to go to a certain area. You have to try to find that person. You have to, there's a few steps. Maybe I'll put something together and show that. But I had somebody. Well, he has my same last name, and he's in, I think, India or something like that. And a while back, he would say, "Oh, hello, nice that we have the same last name. Wonder if we're related." And I'm like, "Probably not,
Yeah.
And lots of conversations. And then he started messaging me, would you sponsor me to come to Canada?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, can I come live with you? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Let me think about that. No.
Well,
You know, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm humanitarian and all that, but like, I don't know what. Anyway, and he became very persistent, and I said, listen, I'm not interested. I'm never going to be interested. So please stop asking me. If you want to continue our conversation any further, you know, find a different subject. And then he kept going and going and going. So I just blocked him.
Yeah.
This was before Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Now he just showed up again on my page the other day saying, I could come to Canada and I could run your show better for you and make it nicer and better and whatever. And, you know, let's talk some more. And I was just like, really? It was the same guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just like, see ya. Like, wow. Yeah.
Persistent.
Yeah, this guy won't see my page anymore. There is a way to do that. Yeah, Brigetti's getting a kick out of that. So you know, I mean, there are reasons to block people. I usually do the 1, 2, 3. You know, kind of like somebody in B-Livers. If there's a problem, you message them once and tell them why, and if they do it again, you say, "Listen, did you forget that I told you this?"
Yeah.
And then the last time it's.
Yeah. Do you hide adverts that you don't like? Because adverts are going to appear in your timeline. You can't do anything about it. It's all part of being here. But if you see an advert, suppose you see an annoying advert in your timeline, would you hide it? I know I do. I'll declare my bit first.
I've never really.
If you keep seeing the same ad again and again and again.
Oh, I didn't know you can do something about that.
Yeah, you basically, if you top right, three dots, if you click it, you can say hide this post, and then you can say hide everything that this company actually advertises, which is quite effective.
From your page?
Yeah, from your personal profile.
Okay.
I mean, we're fed adverts all the time. I see 20 or 30 adverts an hour. And you can hide it so it doesn't keep on appearing. Okay, because Facebook's logic is this. If you got an advert on screen and you look at the advert for more than 3 seconds, then you're interested.
Right.
So Facebook will show you the advert again. And if you click on the link in the advert, then Facebook will show you that advert for the rest of the week. Yeah, that's the way it works. But I came up against, but normally if you hide an advert, then it stays hidden. Okay. But what happens, I love the sort of irony of this, that basically Facebook suggests adverts that you might like. Yeah. And I've got to tell you now, because it said at the top right hand corner, it always says suggested advert. And I thought, I don't want to see that advert again. I want to hide it. I want to hide that advert. So I pressed hide and it went away and then it came back because it was a suggested advert. And I pressed hide and it went away and it came back. So I deduced from this that you cannot hide an advert that Facebook is suggesting, which is not a good thing. Anyway, you're sharing your screen, sir.
Yeah, and so I'm just I was listening. I'm just kind of looking here. Oh, I see. Hide ad topics or alcohol. Hide for 6 months. Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Yeah.
I already know the beer I like. Hide for 1 year. Sure. Oh, I see. Oh, permanently. Okay. Oh, you can't pick all 3. Well, I guess you wouldn't have to.
No.
But you're saying when I click permanently, it doesn't?
Well, no. If you could go to your timeline, if you're happy to, there's no compunction to this, but your ordinary timeline, in your news feed.
Okay. Slow.
Yes, I know. You're on your page now. That's the advert. Right, now go press home at the top.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, to go to news.
Now,
Yeah.
what happens? Facebook. This is your personal feed. And we'll just on the screen for a second or two. It basically, that's where the adverts go.
Yeah.
Scrolling down that line and top right hand corner, if there's an advert you don't like, then you can press the button and hide it. Yeah.
Oh.
But if it's a suggested advert, yeah, then you cannot hide it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's the Mevo advert, isn't it? The one just up a bit.
Where? What am I? Oh, right here.
Yeah, up a little bit more. We
Oh,
used to have a
Mevo,
pro.
okay.
Right, okay, if you click on the dots, there you go. That's your options.
Oh, good, because I'm really tired of seeing the Mevo ad.
That's exactly so. And then you've got further options. All right, okay, I've got some advice. That's it. You will never see a Mevo advert again. Well, when I say never, I don't actually mean never. What I mean is today. You won't see another Mevo advert today in your timeline. And we've got, yeah. Okay, so it does stop adverts. We've got some advice from Deidre as well.
Multitasking, where are we here?
I know.
People, yeah, yes, I do that too, Stephen. I do that. Oh, do it for Facebook. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. I have a Wix website.
Yeah.
Every time I go to watch a video, it says, go to Wix.com and blah, 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 blah. It's like, I already have one. Go away. Can I do something about that? Yes, you can read it, Stephen, by clicking on why am I seeing this?
Right, okay. When you click on the hide button, you get another option, which Deidre is referring to. And if you click on that, you can then hide it permanently. If you tell Facebook you just don't like the ad, or the ad is spam, or, you can actually do it. But it's 2 clicks rather than 1.
Okay. I
I
didn't know this.
See, and you can set your ad preferences, which is what you were doing earlier when you first shared your screen.
Right.
But I mean, you can't blame Facebook, because they've got to make some money, and they make the money off ads. And when you see an ad, if it resonates with you, you'll click it. If it
That's just it. I don't have
it.
a problem making money. I just I keep thinking, God, I've seen that Mevo ad like I don't know how many times. I know what it's all about. I've looked into it before it even showed up on my Facebook. I've chosen not to buy one yet. Go away.
Yeah.
It's like Google ads. I find, like I have a server from Decast is the name of the company. And
Okay, yeah.
every time I go somewhere, I say, live stream with Decast. It's like, why are you showing I already have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're not reading my cookies right.
Right. Now, I'm going to try and, I won't remember this, so I'm going to tell you a little story, and then with the live video hub, Facebook have done a good job in actually being able to cross-post live videos, and when you go live on your page, you go live on the hub as well, and that works swimmingly. But if I try to tell you what's on the live video hub today, I couldn't. Well, I could, but I have to check through every single video that's not been broadcast yet. So I found a WordPress plugin today, and what that WordPress plugin does, it allows you to create a blog. So I created a blog today entitled "What is on the live video hub today?" Yeah, and then I put in 1 line of code. I now have a blog which shows the posts. It shows your 3:30 p.m. show today is on the blog. Erin's show is on the blog as well. It shows everything that's on the blog. It shows on the blog. It shows everything that's on the Facebook page. It's absolutely brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll send you a link to it later.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about that.
Right.
We just kind of. He went away again. I didn't do anything. Gotta love it when you go live. Wow, we've certainly covered a lot there. He'll be back. Not to worry. I thank everybody so much for the comments. It's always, when there's engagement going on, when you're asking a question or making comments, It's really helps the show move along a little quicker and give us some engagement to talk about, right? So appreciate that.
Kilometers east of the center of Devizes, England.
Thank you. This is Facebook. This is Facebook Live. This is Facebook Live with problems.
Yeah, you just disappeared again. So you'll have to go back and watch the replay to see what I said about you.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that.
I did that to Brigetti the other day. We were having issues, and I was making fun of her. I don't know if she. We told her to go back, and I don't know if she went back and watched it. Gospel's just saying when you buy things, you can do it incognito, and then you are likely not to see the ads regarding what you just purchased or do. Yeah, that's a good one. That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know how many people use incognito. Do you, Stephen?
Only very occasionally, because I generally want to actually do something as me. Yeah. It's if you actually want to do something, it could be a problem. I'm not sure, but the strict answer is not very often.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I mean, I everybody cookies and Facebook taking all your data. Is it really bad? It depends who you ask, I guess.
Well, we had a discussion a while ago, didn't we? A few episodes back.
Yeah.
Where we actually went through how we're being tracked and does it matter? And at the end of the day, it doesn't. I mean, the maxim that I think we both go by, certainly I go by, is that don't say anything in public that you wouldn't say in private. And if you,
yeah, well, would you say that to your mother? Right? I don't know. Integrity is part of it all, I guess. Integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody's watching or listening. But but we get into banking information and all that stuff. I don't know. You're a programmer guy. I don't know. Can somebody access my banking information? Probably.
Shouldn't be able to do it from your computer.
No.
Your bank's probably not as secure as you are.
Right.
Well, you would hope it is. No, I mean, if your system doesn't store your credit card details and your bank details, then you're better off for it. I mean, that's the reason I shied away from online banking for a while, because I didn't want my bank account to run it on the internet. And now I think, you Luddite, why was that? I can't give myself a good reason now. Online banking.
Identity theft. Well, here's an example, right, of identity theft. And I used to work with a company that dealt a lot with identity theft. I would hear people say, well, let's go back to like early days of internet and sort of just Amazon.
Okay.
You would hear people say, I'm not going to give my information on the internet. I don't trust blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And now, that purchase online just keeps rising.
Yeah.
And so before the interweb,
yes,
you went to a restaurant or you went to a store like Sears and you made your purchase with your credit card.
Yeah.
They took your credit card, put it on a little machine with a piece of paper with carbon copy paper.
Yeah. 4 copies, 3 copies.
Right?
Yeah.
And you took the carbon as the merchant, you took the carbon and you threw it in the garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. That carbon copy, there's the numbers right there. So identity theft and all that stuff, somebody stealing your numbers from your credit card was happening long before the internet. It may seem more obvious now because the internet's bigger, but
Right.
Catherine says, I was just on the new blog. FYI, I was getting a not secure message. I will check to see if
that brings us into, it is secure, Catherine, but I'm one of the Are your websites HTTPS?
Right.
And that's the question. If your website is not, then Chrome is going to give an insecure message. And that's Google's doing. Other browsers don't seem to be enforcing it to the same extent. But apparently, if you don't have HTTPS, then you'll be lower in Google rankings. And some people, as Catherine has just done, will get a warning that your site is not secure. Now, if I know the site and I double check the URL, I do the proceed anyway. But I take your point, and this is spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt throughout the interwebs. Because the site that was safe on July 31st, is still safe on August 1st, unless there's been a data breach. And I don't know what the current figures are between HTTP and HTTPS being secure and not secure. But I've got a feeling that there are millions of websites which don't use the secure protocol yet. And
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, it's basically, I'll tell you a little story because this is the why. Okay. If you're hosted with GoDaddy or any of the major companies, then they will switch you over to HTTPS because they've got the latest hardware, and it's very quick, easy for them to flick a switch, convert you from HTTP to HTTPS. If, however, your website provider is a smaller outfit, and mine is, then they've got to ditch the old hardware and get a new server. And then they've got to copy all the data from the old server to the, it's a pain in the, so not everybody is actually converted yet, but thank you for the reminder, Catherine. It's interesting to see that it's actually happening. Because of course, when I log into the site, I get nothing. And yeah, we're going to see that increasingly if your website is not secure according to Google.
It's it's an ever-changing technology and all that sort of stuff, right? You just but you don't have a choice but to keep up. If you
don't, but it's trying to keep up. That's the problem.
Well, it's not an easy task at times.
Sure.
But we've flown by another hour here, buddy.
I know.
Yep. Congratulations again on 5 days live, and thanks for having me and part of that. I'm looking forward to. We're doing it again in. I can't hear.
Okay. Whilst David,
just a moment.
Okay.
Here, we'll just do it the old-fashioned.
Okay. We're good. We're good. This is live.
Right. We're good. So much for those. Okay. October. Let's wrap up with 5 days live in October.
Right. We're starting to having enjoyed ourselves thoroughly last week. That's all 8 of us. We're going to return October 1st to 5th on BeLive.tv, on Live Video Hub, possibly with slightly different topics, because I think we did a darn good job on the topics first time round. So we'll have some separate topics as well, all designed to help you when you go live. So it will be myself and David and Erin and Linda and RJ and Brigetti. Annie, I'm not sure about Annie Mura, but it will be the same team, essentially.
Lots of people with lots of knowledge.
Indeed. That's the one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that again for sure. Well, Steven, it's been another great show and lots of engagement. We like the engagement. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here today. We're here every Monday from noon Eastern, broadcasting live here on the Video Show Network and 8 other different places. We're just
around the globe.
Around the globe. We are international now.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to be able to say that.
Right.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back again next week. Steven's live practically every day. Go over and check out the Be Live in 5 page and group and the Live Video Hub. And I'll be live later today at 3:30 Eastern on my show page, the show Sarnia. just find a show with David Burrows. My guest today, Cheryl Bassett, is actually a Beeliver, and she's going to be joining me. Excited to have her on. Justin Valley, who is a street artist, is coming back to Sarnia soon. He'll be talking to me. And Director of Parks and Recreation for the city of Sarnia is going to talk about the Sarnia Arena revitalization. I have to learn how to say that. Revitalization project.
You have to practice.
So it'll be a great show.
Night.
And if you enjoyed this show, give us a 10 down in the comments below. If you didn't enjoy the show, do nothing. Wait, maybe that doesn't work.
No, that won't work. We're going to have to work on that one.
Type replay if you're watching the replay, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Until next time, bye for now.
Bye.